demonstration.
Cool. So here is the demonstration. I'm going to end this and share to another one. So here we're going to be pulling up one second. Here we're pulling up Google Analytics. For you guys, if you don't have Google Analytics set up already, you would just go to analytics.google.com. You'd sign in and then you'd create an account. And that's not like an account like your email account, that's a GA4 account. So that's what we're going to do here. And mine, I already have several GA4 accounts. I'm going to click create an account. And you don't have to follow along. We're going to send this video out to all you guys. We're going to try and hit this pretty quickly because we only have 22 minutes left. So I'm going to create an account name. I'm going to call this test GA4 account. And then we can share what's okay. We're going to give it a property name. You can name it anything. I'm going to call it test GA4 account. And then we are in the United States. We are in Los Angeles and we do use the dollar. So we're going to head forward with that. This is a small business and it is going to be for now. Next. This is actually a newer section that Google's added. So depending on your business type, you're going to choose the one that you want to do. We're just going to go with generator now. And then we have to accept the terms of service.
You should read those.
Who does? And then for here, so this gives you the option to choose whether you're working with a website, an Android app, Apple, iOS. So for here, we're going to go with web. And then here is the enhanced measurement features we were talking about that you have to turn on. It looks like you don't have to turn them on anymore. Just, I don't know, about a month ago, you had to come in after your setup and set up all of these different items. So I'm going to put my domain name in here, get the right one. And then it's going to be my, and for these stream names, these things you can't really set again. So you got to pick it.
Get it right the first time.
Get it right. Cool. So now we have our Google Analytics 4 set up here. And it's going to give you a couple different options. It's kind of cool. It's giving you a lot of different stuff here now. It's going to give you different options on actually setting up this in different ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up with Google Tag Manager. We're not going to use a G tag. Something you can do, but we recommend setting up Google Analytics with Tag Manager. It makes the whole process stronger. It's actually recommended. So we can X out of here and X out of here, and we can open up, I have photos. We can set this up. So we're going to have to get the Tag Manager now operation. So we're going to go over to Tag Manager. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to tagmanager.google.com. And then when you sign in, if you don't have an account already, it's going to ask you to create an account. And if you already do have an account, you go into admin like I did here, and you can use an account. So we're going to do GA4 test, and then we are going to do test. You can put anything, container name here, and this is for web. So we're going to choose here. These different options, AMPs, iOS, Android, those are all different ways you can set up similar to this that we're going to show you right now. But the server down here at the bottom it's a different kind of setup. It runs not off tags, triggers, and variables. It also runs off something called clients, and clients are going to be like Google Analytics 4. You could probably have Facebook in there. There's a bunch of community created, but for now we're going to go with web. I'm going to hit create. We're going to accept all the terms. Perfect. So now we have this beautiful code here. We're just going to hop in, and you can take this code out right here. That's your Google Tag Manager tracking code. It's also at the top right here. It's really nice and easy to get to. At this point, we can hop over to our website, and we're going to install a plugin on our WordPress website. It's going to be GTM4WP. GTM4WP. So I want to stop right here and address something that a lot of people were asking. There's a thing called Google Site Kit. It's a Google plugin that you can add to your website. Don't go with it. It doesn't help your website out. It actually complicates things, because when you have that installed with Google Tag Manager for WordPress, what it does is it double fires your tags. We don't want things like that happening. So we're just going to go with GTM for WordPress. A lot of websites use this. It's recommended by a lot. So we'll go into settings, and we're going to place that Tag Manager code that we just copied from here into this section. We're going to turn the container code on, which it's already on here, and it's in the correct spot as is. So we can go through here and click off different data that we want to be added to the data layer, which is great because this is a free plugin. It's updated pretty often. It doesn't have everything, but it has a lot. If you're going to want to go a little bit deeper, you're going to have to install a data layer yourself, or get someone to install a data layer. That's something that we're experts at. If you're trying to track a specific type of form, no integration on that specific form, that's something that we can do. or if you want to get nitty and gritty with it, something. So we're going to save those changes, and then we will move over back to Google. Here we're going to need to take this measurement ID that we have, and we're going to pop it into, I have some stuff covering my screen. We're going to pop it into a new tag. So we're going to hit new. We're going to call this GA4Fig, and I usually put the code right there just so, and then we'll choose GA4 configuration. You're going to put the measurement ID in there. There's some different fields you can set here, user properties and whatnot. That's for more of the user tracking side of things. With Google Analytics configuration tag, you're going to want to fire this on all pages. So we're going to click all pages. That will make it so on any page where you put a Google Analytics tag, that will be able to fire. So we can hit submit for that. We can give it a version name, version 1. We can say GA4 tag config added, and then we can push it live. I like pushing live right away because I'm kind of used to doing all this and I'm kind of used to it. But if you aren't used to it, you're going to want to go in. You can hit preview right before you hit submit. You can hit preview. So you can hit preview and then go in and pop in our website here and connect. This is happening. Let me just tag. It might wait a couple minutes to actually start receiving data. Yeah. There might be a couple wait here. So let's actually start off. If anyone has any questions, let's start there because we only have 13 minutes left. I'm going to let this propagate, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah, that's a really good question. We actually haven't experienced that exact problem yet. We do have one experience of where we have a company where they have multiple different websites for various countries, and right now they're on separate containers, so all that data is stored separately. And because we queried on the back end, we just add those tables together, so we haven't been really using the front end as much as those, unless we're doing individual website analysis. If we could get back to you, we would love to do research on that to see, because we haven't come across your specific.
I think that cross-domain tracking might also address partially your issue there. But yeah, let's direct.
Yeah, so I would recommend doing one data stream. In the same sense, I get what you're saying, recreating the reports how you had them before within the program. You can get to the same place in Looker. We did not review it here, but the data connections there are quite simple in terms of bringing the data from UA to Looker. It's the same way as GA4 connecting, so that's pretty much the same. But in terms of creating those reports by views, what you would do is you'd go and explore, and you'd have to filter there. So there's an area where you can filter at the bottom of explore report. And so what I would do is I would just take the variable that you may do it by page title. I'm not sure exactly the variable what it would be for you, but you'd be able to filter and create the same report with those filters that segment your. Yes.
Yeah, we can definitely look into that type of situation though, and get back to it if you're interested.
Yeah, for sure. One data stream would work, and then the filters. I know it's not as seamless as it was in UA, and that's kind of a little bit of the frustration, but you can definitely get to the same place in Looker as well. Any other questions? And I did want to apologize for kind of speaking very quickly. I knew we had a ton of content, so I know typically it's easier to go through things and speak a little bit slower, but hopefully everyone can take the presentation and play it back. Let me know if you guys have any questions.
Cool. It looks like we did propagate now. So let me pull that back up, and I will cancel out of here. So go back. Great. Share screen. Perfect. All right. So we can get back over the tag manager and go back to preview, put our website in, hit connect, and then we'll be connected to the site. So now we can see that in tag manager, we're connected to this, but we actually don't have any tags installed on the page yet. So let's go back and install first tag, which we can just do as a click tag. It's going to be a GA4 event. So like Zach said, from the differences between UA and GA4, everything is actually based off of an event now. So as before, everything wasn't event. So we can add event parameters. So click class, we can add click text, click URL for now. So then these are the variables here. There's more built-ins than just these that actually associate with enhanced. So here's going to be a click text. We'll map that back there. Click flash. So we'll just, and if you see everything here is in snake code as well. Yeah. So we'll just do click that off, and then we'll make this fire easily on all, and then we're going to add a name to it, test, click, and then we're also going to add save, and then we can also add the trigger on this for clicks. We'll leave it at that for now. So now to preview this, and hopefully it's fully propagated now by now, go back in, hit preview, back to our website. And now when you click on this button, click me, this cat shows up. We can go back to the home page and then click on don't click me. And then what you'll see here, I don't know why that is happening. This is part of the propagation. Yeah. So usually you're going to want to wait 24 hours when you set this up. Here we can see those events at least coming through here. We're not able to see the data inside, but after about 24 hours, we will be able to. And you'll be able to see like the click class on don't click me and stuff like that. So that's just a really basic setup. That's the basis of all of this. If you're going to want to be tracking purchases and getting deep into all of the other stuff, you're going to be wanting using Tag Manager along with data layers. And for a lot of you WordPress people out there, we do recommend GTM for WordPress. It has WooCommerce already integrated, so there's a lot of good stuff in there already. You just have to go through and set up your tags, and wait a little while. Another thing with this that we didn't say, kind of a lot of this stuff takes 24 hours to propagate. When someone does something on your website, you don't really see it till the next day. So
yeah, that's a great point. So it's really actually difficult to see same day data. All you really get to see is the snapshot live. You do not really get to it's pretty much throttle for the day of, and that's because what they're doing, they're waiting for those sessions to close out so that they can do all the attribute and essentially every other calculation that they're doing on the back end.
And GA4 is a little bit better than UA was in that you can see every minute worth of data versus UA was every 5 minutes, like the collection of the data. So
and in the metadata, it's way more. It's down to the million. So it's great stuff. I know we don't have too much time to recap anything, but we just wanted to say thank you everyone for having us here. We're really excited that everyone today and came here to listen to us and listen to me speed through the presentation a bit. Hopefully everyone can watch it back if they found this interesting or found this valuable. And we just want to say again, thank you for having us today. Thank you for having me, Vic. And thank you for having me, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah. And if you guys have any questions, feel free, hit us up on our website. There's a form on the homepage, GA4Guys.com. We're willing to answer any questions. If you guys want to have a discussion about your website, go to our site. You can, we'll have a deep conversation about your specific site.
Yeah, or just if you want to chat about it. We're really interested in chatting with people about this, getting the feel for the environment, how people are feeling. And again, 10 days left, so good luck.
Yep. And we'll probably see you at some other meetings too.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.